Welcome to Whiskey Conversations. We're having a new series where we talk to interesting people in the vault, and today's guest is Dave. It's you, Dave.
It's me? Okay.
It's Dave Young, and I just upgraded you. I just gave you a promotion.
You didn't finish it.
Yeah, Dave Young, the Vice Chancellor at Wizard Academy.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm going to pour you Johnnie Walker Gold.
Johnnie Walker.
Because there was a story you told me, and I'm going to have you repeat it for this.
Okay.
First, what was your first encounter with the thing that eventually became Wizard Academy?
Oh my gosh, that goes back. Roy Williams had just published his trilogy of bestsellers.
Roy Williams, the founder of this school, the
founder
campus.
of Wizard Academy, and I was in the radio business, so I was running my parents' little AM/FM radio station in western Nebraska, and he had a column that went out in a radio publication every month.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Radio Inc. So that's how I found out about him. That's how I got on the Monday Morning Memo.
Right.
So back then, the Monday Morning Memo was a fax.
Oh yeah, this was a weekly thing that Roy used to
Yeah.
send out to anyone who wanted to read a weekly. It was
Yeah.
It was the first blog.
You'd walk into work on Monday morning, and there on your fax machine would be this single sheet of wisdom. So I had this awareness, right?
Yeah.
And in the Monday Morning Memo, he would often promote things. Like he was doing a lot of speaking engagements. About that time, he decided that he didn't want to do a lot of traveling and speaking engagements. So they started doing this thing where every first Friday they would do like a free seminar. Anybody that wanted
Come
to
hang
show
out
up,
with us.
let us know so we know how many sandwiches to order, and show up, and we'll teach you everything we know for half a day. That evolved pretty quickly into a 3-day class called Magical Worlds.
Still the cornerstone class.
And you're teaching that now.
I'm teaching it now, yeah, which is insane, but yes.
And so in one of these Monday Morning Memos, there was a little note that said, "Hey, if you want to come to this Magical Worlds class, we're going to have it in Buda, Texas, at our offices." And so I signed up and came down. And so it was one of the first. It wasn't the first, but it was
Right.
one of the first ones
Early
that we
days.
did. Early days, probably 2001.
So we're
I mean,
drinking. I poured you Johnnie Walker Gold because one time you told me a story about you and one of the other early dogs in this fight, Dennis Collins in Florida.
Dennis Collins was
one of our board of directors for Wizard Academy, and another radio guy.
And he was a bigwig radio executive in Miami.
Yeah.
And met him at Wizard Academy, and had gone down to Miami. I don't remember exactly, some client work, or maybe just to hang out with Dennis, because I did that a couple times too. But he decided to take me, because I'm a hick from the sticks. I grew up in a
Hick from Nebraska.
if we had hills, I'd have been a hillbilly.
There you go.
But we didn't have any hills. And I told you another time on this channel about how my dad drank scotch and sodas.
Yeah, well, just recently.
And so that was my go-to drink. If we went out to dinner, I'll have a tall scotch and soda, right? And so it just keeps me from drinking a lot.
Yeah.
So Dennis Collins takes me to, I should remember the name of this restaurant, but it was in South Beach. And so we went into this just gorgeous restaurant, and the waiter came and took our order, and I said, "I'll just have a scotch and soda in a tall glass." "What kind of scotch?" I'm like, "Whatever you have at the bottom of the bar," right?
Yeah.
I don't
J&B,
know. Whatever.
Cuddy Sark.
I said, "What's your bar scotch?"
Yeah.
And Dennis says, No. He's going to have Johnnie Walker Blue.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, "With soda water?"
All right.
Yeah. So
That was the most expensive Scotch soda you've ever had.
And this is 20 years ago. But that cocktail was $50.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And it honestly didn't taste much different than
Of
Cuddy
course it
Sark
won't.
and soda.
Because some bartenders back there going like, "All right, man,
Yeah,
it's that kind of place."
Yeah, yes. People come in here to just be somebody. So.
I didn't have the Johnnie Walker Blue bottle to share with you on this one, but I do have 18, which is the centenary,
the
and
centenary
it was a
blend.
more recent addition as far as historically in the Johnnie Walker. But it is a blended Scotch. It still has the grain in there. It's not just pure blended malt. But the youngest thing is 18 years old, including the grain whiskey in it. And I think if I had to pick between Johnnie Walker Blue generic and this, I actually prefer this one.
So when it came time for the second drink,
Did you get another
I
one?
told the waiter, "Don't do
Like,
it.
please don't do that again.
For God's sake, don't do that again." Because it would sail right past me. Now,
Well, do you like this?
I haven't even tasted it yet.
Well, come
Daniel.
on. Now what are you doing?
Oh, I do.
It's It's nice, right?
Yeah, there's a boldness
Little
to it.
heft, a little
Yeah.
drama, but it's not a struggle.
No,
I think it's a great blend.
It's lovely.
By the way, Thomas Elmer gave us this bottle.
Oh.
Thank you, Thomas. So now, though, I'm not going to make you tell all the connective tissues of Wizard Academy, but in the last, I mean, was it 2021 you joined as?
4 years ago.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
That you joined as vice chancellor because Zach and I was the the second vice chancellor in the history of Wizard Academy. We put out a call for a new vice chancellor and we shot a whole video. And if
it's
you
beautiful.
watched the tower
Yeah,
update, it was in
the
there.
bugles. And
Oh yeah, yeah. We did a terrible job of blowing a bugle, and you just emailed and said, "I don't know why you were
I mean, why didn't you
looking for someone. You could have just called."
call me?
Yeah. And so you've been here for the last 4 years. What is the same and what's different about Wizard Academy? We'll start with what's the same.
What's the same?
It's been 20 years. What's the same?
You know, this is a weird one. One thing that's the same.
Yeah.
In the classroom, there's a little wicker basket that's got Hershey nuggets in it.
Yes.
That was in the classroom in Buda, Texas.
See, I had no idea we needed to protect that wicker basket.
It's falling apart.
Yeah.
But that's the wicker basket,
gosh.
and it's always had Hershey nuggets in it. This bar.
Yeah, no, this was
This
a bar in
was
Roy's office.
I have pictures of Craig Arthur and I standing at this bar
Yeah.
in Roy's office in Buda.
When I took this job, Roy said, "We're going to put a bar in your office." And I was like, what kind of job is this? That was my first week here. And then they installed this bar, and I was like, I think I'm going to like this job.
I'll tell you something else that's the same. What we teach.
Yes,
And
that
the,
is
and
true.
the truths of what we teach.
Right.
When it comes to advertising and marketing and persuasion.
Right, the big ideas.
And how the brain works and how people relate to each other. And that all is still the same. And AI doesn't have
Anything on
squat
it.
to do with
Yeah.
it.
Application has
Digital
changed.
application always changes.
Yeah.
But the human brain has not changed. We have
No.
not evolved.
Yeah, we're still
in the last
agricultural
25
animals.
years.
Yeah.
So that's always been kind of cool.
What has changed, other than now there's a tower? In the spirit of Wizard Academy, how has it grown?
There's a different group now that's sort of a new cohort. Right, and I think the Whiskey Marketing School has brought in its own cohort.
Right.
That's a part of Wizard Academy.
Right.
It's a huge part. It's a very important part, but it's different. I remember 4 years ago when you offered me the job. You're like, well, I know you've been saying you want to come take the whiskey,
But you have to.
sommelier class,
Yeah.
but now you have to. So
Yeah.
I showed up 4 years ago in July.
Yeah, that's
to-
right.
To my
This is the anniversary this month.
level 1 class.
That's right.
And so here's what was different. Anytime you came to Wizard Academy to a marketing class and you checked in and you went down to Engelbrecht and you started hanging out with people,
Yeah.
you might pour a drink and you'd be like, oh, this is pretty good. Yeah, so what do you do? Where are you from?
Yeah.
And the conversation would turn, as conversation does, and the whiskey people, you're like, so, oh, this is lovely. So where are you from? Well, what do you want to try next? It's like,
Let's talk about whiskey.
let's talk about what are you doing trying to talk about something besides whiskey?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about me.
And that was really a weird thing for me. But what's been really fun has been watching the Venn diagram of traditional Wizard Academy students and whiskey marketing
Yeah.
students start to merge.
Oh yeah, it's blending.
And actually,
It's a beautiful thing.
I think in the early days it merged from the Wizard Academy side,
Yeah.
stepping into the whiskey side.
Right.
And now the whiskey people are going, oh wait, we want to.
There's a business school.
I want to come back here.
Yeah.
I've taken level 1, 2, and 3. You're not going to offer 4 for.
Yeah.
So I want to come back. And what's cool is they've started taking steps into the marketing classes.
Yeah.
And we've seen quite a few of them coming through on the magical worlds and portals and
I love that
Da
too.
Vinci. And
I think the
so
biggest
those worlds are merging.
The biggest thing I was hoping has changed was the thing that I thought was my first job when I got here. And I'm hoping we achieved it, but I think we have. And that was when I first got here, everybody that showed up viewed this as Roy's place.
Yeah.
This was Roy's campus, this is Roy's tower, this is Roy's place. And that's it.
Yeah.
And what I thought I saw as my first job was to get the students to start thinking of it as their place.
Absolutely.
That Roy built.
I think that's happened too. It's absolutely what Roy wanted.
Yeah,
Right?
well,
it is like this place will, if we don't make that happen,
Yeah.
what you just described, when Roy steps away,
and then it dies.
then it just dies.
I will tell you, this was one of the moments I admired Roy for the most. There was a class where Roy walked in and no one had any idea who he was. There
Yeah.
was 20 people in the room no one had any clue who Roy was.
Yeah.
And it was very obvious very quickly. He tried to do a little bit of like, hey guys, and it was very obvious. It was like, they were commentating like, oh, this seems up, but they were not like, why is this guy here?
Who's
and why
this fellow? Yeah.
Why did he randomly run in and start talking to us? And I watched Roy realize it, and then I watched him do a super graceful, like, I really hope you guys have a great time,
Yeah.
and I'll check you later. And he never mentioned it to me, to this day. And I remember thinking, I waited a couple of weeks to be like, am I going to hear about that? Because this was Roy's place, and I just created a world where no one knew him. And I know what that feels like. I've been in that spot in my life. And he's never, to this day, mentioned it. And I still think to this day, that one moment showed me so much about Roy's desire for this place to outlast him and grow and be its own thing. And it takes so much grace to like let that happen to you in a place you built.
Oh, yeah.
And then just leave it alone and let it go.
Yeah.
And if there was ever a moment that proved that Roy was willing to follow through on what he said he wanted to happen, that was the one.
Yeah, that's a great example, and you know we still pay homage.
Oh yeah,
we
use his recordings.
Magical Worlds is still the magical worlds that he developed. Portals. I have the privilege of being the guy that gets to teach Portals.
Yeah.
Roy's the only one that's ever taught it.
Yeah.
And we still include everything he has, but I'm able to layer in some nuance, some new research.
Yeah.
And that's made it fun. And I think the other thing that's also important to recognize is his wife Penny is the one that really encouraged him to start teaching these things.
Do this. Tell it. Share it.
Found this piece of property.
Yeah, and made it look like it does.
Right, and so she's just been the one that's been encouraging all these years. And you wouldn't have this place without her.
Right. No, literally. She found the land. She instigated buying it.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't exist.
So it's been a fun, strange
Here's
ride.
Here's to whatever the next version is.
Yeah, to Woody, to Roy, to Penny.
Cheers.
You and I.
And
Mick Torbay.
to Mick Torbay.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. We're both really glad you're here. New series, new conversations. It's a whole different thing. If you like it, then like and subscribe. If you don't like it, then like and subscribe anyway, because
you might like the next one.
You might like You might like the next guy.